Ideally.
Keeps losing her shit. Well, help her find it. It's very unhealthy.
She just wants to play so bad, and I'm like, no, stop screaming.
I miss my cat.
Yeah. My cat is paying attention to all the noise happening on the other side of the fence, which is my asshole neighbor. I think his playlist finally got put on, like, has finally begun repeating because I heard the song that woke me up, or quote unquote woke me up. I was like about to fall asleep, and then, yep, it was like, you know that song where the guy just like it's like a meme where the guy just like screams and he's like a ghost above like a mountain or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It sounds sort of like that, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I didn't realize that this is a type of music. It's like country, but rock, but screaming guy. I don't fucking know, dude. Fuck my neighbor, dude. Never seen him. Now I definitely don't want to. Yeah, that one. You ever listen to the full song? That's so out of place in the song.
It is.
Like the normal song is like just like I don't know, alternative music or whatever, country alternative, and then that.
Garbage.
Then just guy shouts, ghosts in the background. Oh, fucking. Yeah, it makes no sense to me. Anyways, we're all here, yes? And
yes,
sort of states. I would say you guys should introduce yourselves. I've already covered that. How nice. Does anyone have any last minute things they want to tell the group as a player or as their character before we get started into, well, not today, for however long until you guys die or until you guys complete it, mini campaign? Any last minute details?
Not that I could particularly think of.
Have we gone over appearances?
Did we last? No,
I don't think.
I don't think we did.
Well, then yeah, let's start with that. Thank you, Fred. And since you're the one that pitched the idea, you can choose who goes first.
Oh, damn it!
I'll volunteer myself as tribute.
What a generous
volunteer for last because I am driving right now.
Valid.
That is quite fair. So what does Magnus look like?
All right, so Magnus has this habit of dressing very fancy when he is able. When the situation calls for a more armored approach, he has a I think it's a breastplate. Yeah, he has a breastplate and a shield that he uses. But he will, even with that breastplate on, he will still dress in like kind of like a gray suit. He has when he doesn't have the breastplate on, he has a white shirt, a gray vest, and a suit jacket, also gray, with black lining on the inside. He has like a red, slightly a small lapel. No, not lapel, a cravat. That's what I'm looking for. A red cravat. And the big overcoat that he has draped over him is black with kind of like this subtle damask pattern.
Damask pattern?
Yeah. It's like, do you know where it looks like there's... if you Google damask lining, you'll see all these kind of patterns that are in the sort of outer fabric of a coat.
I see.
Oh, it's one word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mask.
Ooh, fancy. There's one that looks like peacocks.
Definitely giving off rich person appearance, I'll say that.
Going into the twins.
And a pair of leather gloves, leather boots, black. He makes an effort to look polished. He has short white hair, red eyes, and a resting smile. He is about 6'2".
Fitting. Don't you have a trait something to do with your eyes and how?
Oh yeah,
frequently
he
they blink?
almost never blinks.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That's gonna be creepy as
After
hell.
traveling with him for
how's the trait described? Isn't it like I blinked once?
Yeah,
like last week?
you blinked once last week.
So Magnus never blinks, which is very, I would say, a bit unsettling.
Okay, roll
But
to
at
see who
the same time, you're
discovers
very
that.
certain he's alert.
What would be a good passive perception? I'm going to leave that up to you, Crash. If they have above a certain number, they would notice that sometimes he has no shadow.
I'd say 15.
Yeah.
Hey.
15 or higher.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you notice that sometimes this man's ain't got a shadow. He just walks around, shadowless.
So
You guys
that
are
is
such a peculiar
Magnus.
crew. Either racially or mythologically, you guys are a peculiar crew.
Yeah. One final detail is that you would know that Magnus is not the name he was born to, but the name he's always called himself by.
It's an alias of sorts.
Yes.
Fair enough. Hey, it makes it better for elder deals. You never have to say your actual name until they ask for it. Who wants to go next? Or shall I roll? What was the phrase? Roll and tell or something like that?
Roll and told.
Yeah, roll and told.
So it's either Rebecca, me, or Kirsty.
Kirsty. Yeah, I was last.
I could just go.
Very well.
I
How
went
does Jason
last time. He's I think the 5'10", 5'11", in that range. 5'10" and a half, whatever. Kind of short brown hair. Tries to keep it trimmed to have decent appearance. He has a combination of like kind of scholarly robes as well as like, oh, what's the term? Like not priest wear, but like
Acolyte.
acolyte. That's a good word. It's my fucking background. I should have figured that out. Like a combination of acolyte and scholarly wear, as well as like I mentioned in the thing, he has like a big book and like several smaller books and like little scrolls that seem almost just sporadically thrown about his person, but he always knows like which one to grab.
It's like me with my GM notebooks.
Pretty much. It's just like, which one of these tomes do I need? One little thing that you would have picked up is that, well, not picked up. For his, like, augmentation things, he has, like, these, like, small scrolls that he would just, like, have, like, something scribbled on and, put, like, a small wax seal and pin it to someone. And those would basically just be, like, little talismans. Because I like that aesthetic, and that might have been the driving reason for making this character. I don't know.
Whatever floats your boat.
He visually, he's kind of on the lighter side because he seems like the beginning of his life he probably spent inside a library, and then now he's gotten out and gotten sunburnt and tanned. But yeah, besides that, kind of plain generic looking fella.
So kind of like this haphazardly disorganized but organized scholar.
From at a glance it looks disorganized, but it seems like neatly, not organized, but like neatly placed.
Cataloged chaos.
Catalog
Yeah,
chaos,
like everything's everywhere, but he knows where it is, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you guys would have picked up like over time, just like, oh yeah, he knows exactly which tome.
Trying to find
In ye olden days, they had a word for a mixture of an acolyte and a scribe.
What is it? What's it called?
A priest.
Oh gosh.
noise.
Everything's wrong. Yeah, well,
The headset.
it's all good.
Attack.
The idea for like a priest in my head looks like this kind of dude. I hope this actually pastes properly. Like, he doesn't look like that. Like, that's what priest looks like in my head. Maybe.
Oh, okay, that's why. I was like, why does this dude look guilty as hell? Yeah, then I title.
Yeah. I see the URL there.
Yeah. Maybe closer to like this kind of guy, but like more
Yeah.
papers and
Well,
things.
That's like a Catholic priest classic.
Yeah.
A peace review.
maybe a little more lax looking over having to like hide fucking armor as well as like traveling. Anyways,
Hide?
well, he has light armor like under the clothes.
That's not hiding, my friend.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, someone else go.
Becca or Kirsty, one of you.
I can go.
Yeah, that's to roll 1d2.
Wait, what?
Coin flip.
Let's go for it.
Okay. Anyway, so Dusk in his mid-30s. He's got the look of a hardened warrior. Big hammer, plate armor. You know. He's, tall, 6'2", 6 warrior build. Like dark blue, grayish tiefling. He has short horns. Yeah, he just looks like just a pretty standard soldier. I don't think there's anything really special about, he doesn't have any visible like talismans or anything like that. He just looks like somebody who knows their way around a battlefield.
I have 4 questions for you.
Okay.
Does he have a lot of scars?
Yes, on his face.
All right, make that 5 questions.
Okay.
Is it only on his face, or is it like around his eyes, or is it just on his face?
Just like everywhere. He just looks like he's just been through the wars.
Make it 6 questions. It's a telling thing about a warrior if they have scars on the front of them or the back of them.
Ooh.
More
yeah, okay. Yeah.
If they're on your back, that means you get flanked a lot or you're a coward.
Mm.
If you get them from the front, that means you take the bulk of things on the chin, so to speak. So yeah, where would you say predominantly your scars lie? Front, back, or fair mix between?
Probably a fair mix, but the older ones would be on the back from when he was young and didn't know what he was doing.
You gotta have a buddy to watch your back. It's like going to the bathroom.
Okay,
Other questions? Any tattoos? That goes for all of you, technically. Tattoos are a very telling thing in contemporary culture right now.
I haven't thought about it, so I will just say no tattoos.
All right. Then next are 2 tiefling questions. Then, do you have a tail?
I do have a tail.
What's our tail? Is it? Make that 3 questions.
Shit. I thought they just had tiefling.
No, tiefling tails actually have a bit of variety to them. It's like it could be a bit more like feline-esque, if that makes sense. Like it's like just I don't know, covered in fur and whatnot, just all the way. Like you can just look at your cat for that, or it could be like a long, like leathery tail with like a little tuft at the end, like that sort of style.
Yeah, we'll do like that, like a long, kind of lizardy looking tail. Some fur.
And how are your legs? Which is to say, normal, aka human, or
yeah, I have human legs. No hoof.
Hey, you gotta ask. All right, that's all my questions. Last but certainly not. Wait, no, we still have. Oh, right. Second to last, but certainly not second to least. How does Dolly look?
Okay, so Dolly, she's very, very short. So she's around 5'2". I
think I'm a
They're
buddy.
chuckable size.
I have 2 buddies that are as short as that.
Well, there we go. So she's quite short. She's bright ginger hair, very pale, really piercing blue eyes. She's covered in freckles. She has a large sort of mole on her left cheek, I believe. Yeah, and she sort of keeps her hair sort of back in this like high ponytail. She's got like sort of braids through it, beads. She's got some feathers kind of pleated in there as well. She's got sort of a green bandana she sort of keeps around her head to sort of keep all of her hair back. Yeah, and she sort of, when she's, I suppose clothing wise, she sort of keeps like dark colours that would be able to sort of easier to hide in, I guess, when like on the job sort of thing. She has a really large scarf that she keeps wrapped around, that when she is sort of working, she'll have it up as a hood, and part of it kind of covering her face sort of thing. She's got half plate armor as well, so that'll be kind of like covering the top half of her body, and the rest of it's just leather. Yeah.
Well, you got
trying
plate
to think
armor.
Yeah, you said for the upgraded thing, it's still medium, so I thought that would count.
Wait, plate or half plate? Those are two very.
Oh,
different
half plate. Sorry.
Okay, full plate is like your AC's 18, and that's it. We don't talk about it anymore.
Yeah. No. Sorry, I got mixed up.
Okay.
You also
Making sure.
clang all over the place.
I was gonna say, a ranged person with plate is interesting, but I don't think it's what you're going for.
No, that's not. No, sorry, I was just being
Don't
dumb.
Okay. You're
let's
a
see.
white elf,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
No,
sorry?
you're half elf, right?
Yeah. Her mother was wood elf though, so that counts for anything.
Noted.
She's got loads of piercings up and down her ears as well. And that counts as well.
What sort of ears do you have? Are they more human-esque or elven-esque?
What would be the difference, actually? She'd probably have a mixture, to be honest.
How much people racially discriminate against you? That's the difference.
To be honest, it probably would be a mix. She'd probably just pick up what she thought was easy. Actually, no, she'd probably have some belonging to her mum, now that I think about it. Yeah, probably a mix, yeah.
A mix of elven and human ears?
No.
One-
Oh, ears.
No,
ears.
not
I think
the
maybe
ears.
earrings.
No, not the earrings, your
earrings.
ears.
Okay,
The
I'm
things
done.
that
I'm
the
done.
gods have given unto you. And you're
Yes,
free to equip
I have 4 ears. No.
One human ear and one elven ear.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Would get you lynched by both sides damn quick.
No, more on the elven side. So, I imagine they'd probably be a bit shorter though, wouldn't they, if she was half?
That changes from half elf to half elf.
Okay, yeah, she's got elf ears, I'd say. Is a general thing.
It's like when you have like a parent with red hair and a parent with black hair, you don't get some like black-red mix. You just either have one or the other.
Well,
Yeah, okay, that
Crash,
makes sense.
actually, technically,
Fuck off,
Oh.
though.
a lot of people who will have ginger beards.
Well, there we go.
I don't.
I have a friend
Something
who
for
has,
mixed ears.
Their ears, not common at all.
I have a friend who has a Neapolitan beard.
My friend
Just
actually has a red
blonde,
beard and
red
black
and
hair.
Call them ice cream.
Huh?
So ice cream, how's it going?
Yep.
We're not bringing real life logic into this. So everyone shut the fuck up.
I have a question before we jump in, Crash. This is more of a question for you. Given my patron, I would imagine there being some sort of they have like a sigil or iconography of any kind?
Iconography of Exalted Lord Octavian.
Okay, so that would be worked into the morning star that Magnus carries. Probably
Like
the
on the part
pommel.
Okay, I was gonna say the part that hits people or the other parts.
No, the pommel would be shaped in a sigil kind of way.
But imagine this: after you smash someone's skull in, it's printed right on there.
Yeah, it's called the Imperial Stamp. Anything else for Dolly?
I suppose she doesn't really make much sound when she walks, I guess. Yeah, I can't really think of much else. I do have I know I'm really shit at describing stuff, so I do have like a pencil. Put that on just now.
It's up to you guys. I don't care either way. I'll describe what Genevieve looks like underneath the armor, but
Yeah.
that's about it. But for the most part, you know me and my NPCs. You're catching them outside that armor. Just kidding. You actually do see Genevieve outside her gear a good bit. Not like any other masked or helmeted individuals I've sent with you guys.
They have to take off their head at some point to actually eat.
Well, no, Genevieve isn't like Varric levels of I'm never take this helmet off for security reasons. No, for her it's more of an image thing. Like this is what Knight's supposed to look like. So she takes it off a good bit. Versus Varric, which like it's tactically disadvantageous to not wear a helmet.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
He's not wrong, you know. Saves lives. But yeah. Last but certainly not least, this time.
Yeah, most notably a white dragon.
White Dragonborn.
It's probably plus or minus an inch of 6 foot, but very stocky built as most Dragonborn are. He has a very heavy set of plate mail that is almost like a slight copper hue on like a carbon fiber color. That, if you look closely, has a gold engravement on it in the shape of some chains. He carries with him a massive double-sided axe that is almost has like it's a bearded axe that has a soft S curve to it, and he doesn't have hair, but he has like reptilian tendrils that are covered by his half helm that he wears to cover the top part of his face that he never takes off. But you can see his yellow reptilian eyes under. Outside of that, he has a large black cloak that has a red inside that faces him, and he has a red bandana around his right bicep that is unarmored that he never takes off. Oh yeah, a white drink.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, just a side note.
He just has like another reptile under his servitude. Sort of. That's like a human control.
So
He's getting a piggyback ride.
What's up?
So are Dragonborn in your world like they're traditionally depicted, where they're like a super competitive race that is always striving to be the best at everything they do?
I would say that probably changes from like archetype, like white to red to etc. etc. I'd say for the chromatic ones, yes. For the metallic ones, they probably are going to beholden themselves to different standards.
Gotcha. So a measure of nobility versus pride.
Yes, that's a very good way of putting it.
Okay. He's not either, but he's partly both. He just doesn't seem to care about much.
He seems very distant to a lot of things.
Yeah, very stoic.
Very stoic. I would say also for the thing you just asked, like that's just like a natural built-in drive for in a correspondence to whatever archetype of Dragonborn they are. But it's not like dragons where they just when they see the rival dragon type, they guys go into blood frenzy, right? Dragonborns have a bit of, I guess you call it impulse control. So there's degrees of how much that actually affects you. You could just give into it and just let it do whatever it does to you, but you could also be like, no, I'm not a dragon. I'm descendant, I guess, of it.
They practice decorum, though they're not going to be shown up by another kind.
Yeah. All right, so that's all you guys. I'll go really quickly for Genevieve, blue eyes, bright blonde hair. She usually wears it in a braid underneath her helmet. She doesn't look like she's actually seen much combat, although she does look like her eyes are always like pretty distant. Traumatized, one might say. Let's see. That's about it.
How do they show combat on like her armor being more scuffed? Because she stays at range typically.
Well, I'm saying she doesn't look like she's seen much combat. That's what I'm saying. She looks like she's seen some shit, not necessarily in combat. Not like Dusk or someone like that. A couple of her quirks is that she tells you not to refer to her as a knight because she's not one. She's never been sworn in by another knight or noble. So she's not a knight at all. She does tell you that she doesn't like going to Sofwall. That is where she's from. And that there is... Let's see. Doesn't like going to Sofwall. She's not a knight. She's probably told you her own internal rationale of why she doesn't doesn't prefer fighting up front despite being a knightly imitating person. It's because people on the front either deserve or want glory, and she's neither of those. She hates bards and actors. She despises them.
Very
Like,
glad to go with the bard build this time.
she doesn't like fist fight them every time she sees them, but she like just avoids them outright, ignores them, pretend they're out there, like I do for homeless people.
Does she give
Same
detailing on
tier
why
of
she
person.
has disdain for bards?
She has a history with bards, causing a disdain. And she tells you that there is a noble that she's technically in service of, but she's avoiding him as well. Which is why she doesn't go to Sofal.
So there's 2 different parts of this provinces that we can't go to. Or no, just one.
Well, she doesn't like if like, oh, the borderline of Sofal, okay, I can't step in, guys, like a vampire or a threshold. No,
Right.
she'll go there. It's just that she prefers to avoid it. Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. All right. So, let me run through with you guys the premise, the starting circumstance, we'll call it. So, you guys currently, whatever, just currently, are already in the Twins.